Welcome to another midweek episode of the OutThere Colorado Podcast. Once again, I'm Spencer here with Seth.
Hello.
And we got Tim over there on the video and the audio for today. We got Valentine's Day around the corner. We got President's Day right around the corner as well.
Seemed a fitting show to do some Valentine's and President's Day specials.
Yeah, a lot of presidents have been to Colorado, and Seth actually is going to share a little bit about his encounter with an almost president that took place right here in Colorado Springs at a brewery. But
the election turned out not to be too terribly close.
Yeah, we'll save that for the end of the show here.
What a wacky story! Yeah.
But yeah, to get into a little bit of news here before we dive into some of these presidential themed stories, which honestly are very fascinating stories. Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy following the death of a 6-year-old. 6-year-old died on a ride, for those of you who don't remember, back in September of 2021. The death took place on the Haunted Mine Drop ride, which has since reopened in 2023 and renamed as the Crystal Tower, with safety improvements in place. Essentially, there was a massive lawsuit related to this 6-year-old's death. The court ultimately ruled that the park would have to pay $116 million in damages, according to reporting from the Post-Independent, with a judgment of $58 million in damages against the ride manufacturer as well. Two of the ride operators also ordered to pay damages, $11,600 for one of them and $110,700 for the other. Very tragic situation all around. Goes without saying. But yeah, so it sounds like that bankruptcy filing, which essentially a Chapter 11 bankruptcy is, it allows an organization or business to stay open while they reorganize their debt. So Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park will be staying open. So that's something that people can continue to visit in Glenwood Springs.
But a bit of a signal that maybe the future's a little uncertain right now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a big development in that case. There's been developments in that case for the last 4.5 years since that death occurred. The death was due, or let's see what the official source is.
When was
that? So the death took place in September 2021.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment essentially said that one of the factors in this death was failure to ensure proper utilization of the passenger restraint system or seatbelts. As well as a lack of understanding and resolution of the alarm conditions on the control panel. So yeah, that took place. That ride drops like 110 feet into Iron Mountain. Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park, famous for being on top of Iron Mountain. It's at like an elevation of 7,500 feet or so. Home to like the highest elevation roller coaster, right. I think, in the country or on the continent.
Yeah. Pretty iconic destination.
It really is. It's probably, maybe Glenwood Hot Springs in that area is a pretty popular spot, right? Iron Mountain Hot Springs as well. But yeah, I mean, I would venture to say Glenwood Caverns is probably the most popular tourist attraction in that area.
I mean, and just the postcard image of the gondola, right? That's going up from the ticketing office kind of up to the mountaintop there.
Yeah, you can see
kind of a signature experience in Glenwood.
Yeah, so you can see that as you're driving down I-70. Yeah, I mean, big news for that town. But yeah, sounds like they'll be staying open. So stay tuned.
Monitor there.
Yeah, stay tuned to see what comes next.
Big news in the OutThere Colorado world.
Yes.
In the food world.
Yes, big news here as well. So switching to a
staying in the news world anyway.
Yeah, staying in the news world, switching to a lighter topic here. Tell us about it, Seth.
Yeah, I just got it in my inbox this morning that the Michelin Guide was going to be expanding statewide, right? So it's been here a few years now. Each year they come out with an updated guide. Again, for people that don't know, the Michelin Guide in the food industry is kind of looked at as I don't know, you want to say like the Oscars of the of a state's food scene or something like that, right?
Big in the tire industry too.
Right, yeah. So it has its roots like in France, I want to say, where there was this idea to come out with a guide for travelers while they're traveling, to point them to like the best food in these travel destinations.
They had to sell more tires.
Yeah.
So it's easier to sell tires if you can encourage people
Can't
to
get
drive.
get to a great restaurant without a set of tires.
Yeah.
But so anyway, yeah, there's guides worldwide in all these locales, and including in Colorado. It's been limited to the past few years to like the Denver area, Boulder, and some mountain resorts like around Vail, you know, and Aspen. But now this morning they announced they're going to expand it statewide. So really big news, especially for here we are in the second biggest metro in Colorado. You know, I've talked to restaurant folks, industry folks who've long wanted for Michelin to come and consider this food landscape. So I know here in Colorado Springs, the industry's probably really excited this morning about might there be some additions to the 2026 guide announced later this year.
Got a lot of good spots popping up too. And I mean, you look at like even just like the Broadmoor. Everyone knows about the Broadmoor.
The Broadmoor.
Penrose Room, one of the most awarded restaurants in the country, and recently reopened after a closure of a couple years there. We've talked about it before. But yeah,
and
I mean,
several other restaurants there, just high end,
several spots,
high quality stuff that would seem to be in those marks of the Michelin Guide.
Yeah, and you're talking about like awards that go decades back,
right? Yeah.
Like with the what is it, the AAA awards?
Yep. 5-star and then Forbes
Diamond.
5 Diamond.
Yeah, or Forbes. Yeah. Either way, I mean, places like that they've been notable on a national scale for so long. So it'll be interesting to see if Michelin gives them that same attention.
These inspectors said to come anonymous to various places around the city, around cities, I should say. There's no certainty that we should say there's no certainty they come to Colorado Springs, right?
Yeah.
It would seem the Broadmoor's a gimme. Gotta be, right?
Yeah, gotta be.
I mean, but yeah, I've heard from folks there over the years, and I've heard from, you know, a celebrated chef here in town, Brother Luck, right? Who has been really open about, in public about his desire for, you know, his hometown to get some representation in that guide. So that'll be interesting, man. I really like the Bib Gourmands, right? So I can't remember their specific wording, but good quality at a good price.
Generally $40 or less a person.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
Not necessarily the classic fine dining that is so central to the Michelin Guide. I always like looking for those Bib Gourmands. So I'll be curious to see, you know, if there's some representation there. And beyond Colorado Springs, you know, lots of towns, lots of places around Colorado dishing out good food. So
well, and so what people don't often realize, you know, people might be saying, okay, why is Michelin not in Colorado more, or why do they not have more of a presence in Colorado over the years, especially Colorado Springs? Cities and towns have to pay for Michelin to come to
consideration. Yeah,
for that consideration.
These tourism boards and
and I believe that's almost always the case. There might be an exception here or there. But looking at reporting from Colorado Sun here, the city of Denver, Boulder, Aspen, Vail, Beaver Creek, and Snowmass have contributed between $70,000 and $100,000 annually since 2023 just to get Michelin here. And like you said, there's no guarantee that they're going to give an award,
but for consideration.
So,
and the Colorado Tourism Office has been really involved in this effort too. You know, they were certainly mentioned in the press release this morning. So I'm sure there's some more reporting coming out here today and in the days ahead. But I'm guessing that there's maybe some expanded agreement with the state tourism office. Yeah,
I mean, you're looking at also in that same Colorado Sun report, Texas, and this also just says Texas cities, so kind of specific spots. They reached a $2.7 million agreement for Michelin to come for over 3 years there. So interesting stuff.
I'm sure the inspectors are listening to this show, and they will call us right after asking where they should go.
Where should we go to eat?
Around town.
Yeah. How many places in Colorado have gotten Michelin recommendations?
Oh, what is that list?
Like it's dozens.
It's a long list.
Yeah, it's dozens of places.
Yeah. There's only, there's
Not as many have gotten stars because they also do the like recognized Michelin
There's
recommended spots.
Last year came with the first 2-star, the Wolf's Tailor in Denver, if I'm recalling that right. And then, yeah, to your point, there's dozens and dozens more on that Bib Gourmand list. Yeah, I can't remember that exact number.
It is dozens, like probably over 50 or so. Yeah,
I'll be excited to see where it expands.
Yeah.
I hope there's a little love in Pueblo, man.
Yeah.
I always love it.
It's like
I have never had a bad meal in Pueblo.
I feel like
love
there's
eating in Pueblo.
a good Bib Gourmand spot down there too, for sure.
Bib Gourmand treasure trove.
Yeah. That is where you find the hidden gems, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of the places that get the Michelin stars, right? Those are places that you've probably heard of before and like considered fine dining established spots
generally.
But yeah, not as much with the Bib Gourmand. I'll always find new spots on there in Denver.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I always like looking for the Bib Gourmands.
But yeah, let's go back to Glenwood Springs here and get on our presidential theme.
Oh yeah.
We've had a few famous presidents stop through there.
Yes.
Two that we were discussing before the show. Which one should we start with?
It's got to be Teddy Roosevelt, right?
Yeah.
Most famously, the Teddy Roosevelt story. You know a bit about that story? I went and dug into that story on the ground there at Hotel
Colorado. Yeah.
Right?
Said to be home to where the teddy bear
the
was
origin
invented.
of the teddy bear.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
All rooted in this story. I had to go back and read what I wrote here, but all rooted in a story going back to 1901, not too terribly long after Hotel Colorado had opened and was emerging on the world scene as this great hotel to go to, steps away from the great hot springs, right? The largest hot spring pool in the world there, steps away. And Teddy Roosevelt was said to return empty-handed from a hunting trip, right? And somewhere along the way, the idea of this teddy bear came about. Like, didn't get his prize, but he got a teddy bear or something like that. Is that the story? What do you remember?
So I've heard he had the opportunity to kill a bear but didn't.
That's rooted in Mississippi.
Okay, rooted in Mississippi. Yeah,
and
it is
that's the more generally accepted story.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is important to note that this is disputed.
Very
right?
disputed.
Like,
although really, like, I think most like authorities would point to Mississippi. It seems like Mississippi is
that is what it says on the National Park Service website.
Yep.
But on the Hotel Colorado website,
right? Don't tell Hotel Colorado.
It talks about how the teddy bear was given to Roosevelt in Colorado.
Looks like stitched together. Maids, in order to lift the president's spirit, maids stitched together a small bear out of scraps of cloth, and his daughter Alice playfully called the bear Teddy after her father's nickname. That's the story maintained at Hotel Colorado.
Yeah, so take your pick.
But the story in Mississippi along that same time goes something like, he was invited to a hunting trip in the lowlands there in Mississippi, and they had apparently some of his companions had tied down a bear for him to take. And he was like, nope, this isn't the sport. This isn't how this goes. And along came this story of the teddy bear out of Mississippi.
And you said 1901 for the Hotel Colorado story?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so National Park Service saying 1902 for the Mississippi story.
It was right around there.
So apparently the Colorado story might be before that then. By a year. So
so maybe there's the argument. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe the official or the true, whatever you want to call it, has been lost to time.
Yeah. And then there's a great Howard Taft story.
Yes, Howard Taft, famously a rather large president,
plump individual.
So I mean, visited Glenwood Springs, right? So you can imagine Howard Taft, who I think reached about 350 pounds or so at his peak during the presidency, soaking in Glenwood hot springs.
Did he soak? Or I thought I heard he declined to reveal his.
He may have. Let's see this
largeness.
Yeah. Either way, he visited it and enjoyed the good views.
For certainly, yes.
Look at this all over the place here. All these legends of presidents. Howard Taft. Something people don't know about him though too is that he also underwent a pretty extensive weight loss routine during his presidency.
Not involving Ozempic.
Yes, not involving Ozempic, involving a 3-mile walk to the White House each day. So he ended up dropping down to like 250 pounds or something like that.
The original Ozempic walking.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it says, so the Hotel Colorado, also taking place at Hotel Colorado, paid a visit in 1909. He was there to officiate the dedication of Gunnison Tunnel, which was deemed a marvel of engineering that diverted water from the Gunnison River through the solid rock of Black Canyon for irrigation and agricultural lands near Montrose. During his visit, he enjoyed a hearty breakfast at the hotel and gave an informal speech from the same balcony where Roosevelt had been. Oh yes, and here you go. Like you had said, he was invited to swim at Glenwood Hot Springs Pool, but as noted on the website for this hotel, humorously declined the offer. He said, "I found it much better for a fat man like myself not to bathe in public."
That's what I had heard. Yep.
So there you go. Has visited there, but has not soaked there.
One and all are welcome to soak, though.
Yes.
No one.
Yeah,
will
Glenwood
ever
Hot
judge
Springs,
them.
largest hot spring pool in the country, world, something
Mhm.
like that. Either way, it's a massive pool. And they've been doing a lot lately at Glenwood Hot Springs to kind of ramp up their other offerings, where
Yeah.
they've got some like more intimate pools and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
People always see that photo with the slides and everything. It looks more like a family destination.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've kind of made a shift to compete a
seems
little
like
bit
it.
more with Iron Mountain Hot Springs, which is, right there on the Colorado River. And
Love that one.
yeah, I've never been to Glenwood Hot Springs, so I can't
Mm-hmm.
compare it, but Iron Mountain Hot Springs is one of my favorite hot springs in the state.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
yeah, gotta get to Glenwood. Glenwood is a great town regardless of the season, I would
Most
say.
definitely. All year
Yeah,
round.
It
man.
is
I'm
a
with ya.
year-round town, and it's easy to get to, right on I-70.
Mm-hmm.
Got Hanging Lake right there.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I did in Glenwood that was really fun one time, paragliding.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, there's some paragliding companies
Yeah.
that will take you up tandem. And
Man.
I've got to say, like, if there was
Oh man.
one outdoor recreation activity that I could really dive into, it'd be paragliding.
Yeah.
If it wasn't so cost prohibitive.
You and your adrenaline,
and-
man.
I mean, the thing is, you almost feel, or at least during our time, like you kind of run off this cliffside, right? I mean, not a cliffside, but like a steep slope. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm tandem, so I'm attached to
A pro.
a pro behind me, and I think behind me, yeah, in front of me, behind me, whatever the norm was. I
Yeah,
think,
like on
I think,
top.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have been behind me.
On your back.
And it's a little bit, it is a little bit different than like skydiving, because I've done that tandem as well, and you're definitely in a little bit of a different setup there, or at least it felt a little bit different. I don't know, decade between the two experiences, but we're running down this hillside, and the first attempt we fall.
I was gonna
right.
say,
The wind picked up.
that sounds extremely.
Yeah, the wind picked up, and it kind of like knocked the chute as you're like trying to pull it to get it up in the air, and we both just just
Ate it.
ate it right on the ground. I had a stick go through my hand actually.
Ooh.
Like a little tiny stick.
Yeah.
But then you have this giant chute that's like already pulling in the wind,
Trying to take you away.
yeah, trying to like pull you
Yeah.
downhill. So it was pretty much one of those things where it's like, all right, get up, we gotta go again.
Yeah.
So we just both hop back up and
And-
start running again, and had that successful
took it.
takeoff.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta say, once you're in the air, it is like relaxing. Like I felt like I was on
Speak
like
for
a
yourself.
porch, like a porch swing,
Yeah,
almost,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's really cool because you're compared to skydiving, right? You're much closer to the tree line and the tops of those trees. You feel like you're a bird, and you're kind of using the like the warm air that rises up a hillside
Thermals,
to
yeah.
give you lift, and
Yep.
you're just floating along there, and
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Well, and in that setting, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
the
beautiful Mount
canyon,
Sopris in
yeah.
the distance.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. One of the
Oh,
coolest
man.
experiences I've ever had, and something I would love to get into if it wasn't so so costly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a blast.
I hope you
Highly recommend
paraglided and dropped right down into the hot springs.
it. Yeah, pretty much. We did go to Iron Mountain Hot Springs right after.
You know what I'm saying,
that.
though?
Yeah,
If you just like
that would be nice.
took a nosedive
That would
right
be
into
nice.
the hot
Just
springs.
perfect landing
I
right
mean,
there. That's like a Glenwood Springs commercial right there.
Right. Yeah. Maybe they're listening.
Yeah, maybe there you go.
Hey, you got room. I mean, the world's largest hot springs pool. I mean, if you're ever going to paraglide down into a hot spring, that's going to have to be it.
Yeah, that might be the one. But yeah, let's get back to presidents.
Yep. Paraglide back to presidents. Great. What a great story about Mount Lincoln, being named for Abraham Lincoln, and then people wanting an adjacent mountain to be, of course, Mount Democrat.
Two famous 14ers there, like right west of like Alma area.
So we were talking about 14er name changes proposals. Cue someone thinking, all right, Mount Lincoln's got to be Mount Republican now if we've got a Mount Democrat.
Well, and that was the thing. Lincoln being a Republican, it was essentially like miners that were in the area at the time and prospectors that were offended because they were not in support of Lincoln.
Right.
So they wanted to name Mount Democrat, which I believe was technically an unnamed peak at the time, if I remember correctly. But both of those peaks are right by each other. You can climb them on the DeCalibron Loop, one of the most popular 14er routes in the state.
Yep.
It's like you go over Democrat first, or at least if you climb it the direction most people do. Democrat first, and you go over that little kind of pretend summit of Cameron to Lincoln, and then wrap around just under the Bross summit. It's about 7.5 miles or so.
Yep.
All relatively easy compared to a lot of the 14ers. You're looking at like class 1, class 2. But yeah, so it is a little bit of a funny history behind those two peaks. Obviously, Lincoln being one of the most famous presidents in American history, and then Mount Democrat right there as well.
Love the story of the summer White House that never was in a highly hiked trail outside Denver. That being in what is that, Mount Falcon Park, right?
Yeah,
Jefferson County Park. Or open space. Yeah, there's a trail that goes up to the remains of a dream to build a summer White House. Dream of John Brisbane Walker, I want to say, early 1900s, 1911 maybe.
Yeah, there's a plaque there, or a little stone thing. You can go and see it.
Would have been a heck of a view, much better view than the White House in D.C.
It's true. Yeah, you look out at the view from that perch, and it is just typical like Front Range mountains in Colorado, just stretching.
And sure enough, yeah, you got like, if I'm recalling right, like the foundation and hardly built walls to your knee, still over there, right on the viewpoint, the overlook.
I think it's called Castle Trail, right? Trying to hunt that down.
That sounds right.
Yeah, a little interesting tidbit of history there for sure.
Yeah.
Like, what else we got here?
Happy President's Day.
We made our little list of presidents that have left their impact in Colorado. Speaking of Pueblo, one of them went there, right? Didn't you have that on your list?
I did a story on, I got to look it up, refresh my memory here. I did a story on a really well-known place for green chili among many, many, many in Pueblo. Romero's Cafe in Pueblo, home of Mr. Chili, as it calls itself. There's Mr. Chili's statue outside the door, as I'm recalling. And yeah, I did a story on this family-run place, very much a staple there. And they told a great story of President Obama at the time walking in to get some green chili during a rally, and even taking some home to the White House later.
It looks like that happened in 2008. So
sounds right, maybe.
Yeah, so during that
2012 maybe?
Seeing post say 2008 here, so probably that would have been during that first presidential run. September 15th, 2008 is when this piece is published.
I've got 2012. But hey, we don't have to debate.
Yeah, interesting.
We're not running for presidency.
Maybe he went back.
Could have gone back. But yeah, that's a real tasty spot.
Maybe he just went to
Romero's.
Pueblo. He might have just gone to Pueblo in 2008 and then come back for the chili in 2012. That would make sense.
Something like that. Romero's Cafe, good spot nonetheless. And
yeah, Pueblo known for their chili, for sure. Here you go. August 2012 is when he officially stopped.
Got it.
For the chili at Romero's.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff indeed.
There are very proud people who still talk about that day.
A lot of good green chili down in Pueblo.
Yeah.
It's hard to go wrong. They publish their list of the top 10 green chili places every year. Yeah, hard to go wrong though. I mean, one of them that I really liked is at that little brewery on the riverside there, which actually wasn't on their list for the top 10. And I'm like, if that's not on the list for the top 10,
how
like,
much
other
better,
stuff must be absolutely incredible.
Fire.
Yeah. Before we get out of here for today, though, I want to hear more about this close encounter that you had.
Speaking of,
with a presidential candidate, recent close encounter.
Yes.
Sounds pretty mind-boggling. Like,
you got
I
a
would
kick
feel,
out of this, huh?
Yeah, I would feel like I'd like stepped into an alternate reality if this happened to me.
Pretty much. That's how I felt. That's a good way of putting it, man. Yeah. So my wife and I take a day off on Tuesday. When was this? Like, I guess we're going back to 2024, leading up to the election, whenever that was. Anyway, yeah, we go. I take a day off on a random Tuesday for a free day at the Denver Art Museum. We go to the art museum and we go to a deli we really like, and then we go to our one of our favorite breweries, which is Ratio Beer Works there in Rhino. Right, great spot. Particularly love the beer called King of Carrot Flowers, which has some hints of carrot in there. I think it's like a saison. I can't entirely remember, but one of my favorite beers. And so we walk up and we're greeted by security agents at the door. I don't know if it's CIA or not. I'm not entirely sure. But they check our IDs and they do like a check on. They have like laptops and they check and they're like, it's only going to be like 5 minutes. And we're like, okay, yeah, this has never happened at our favorite brewery before. Walk into a room fairly filled with security agents. And we're like, what is going on here? Step out to the patio, hoping to kind of get away from what felt like some tense energy in the brewery room, and sitting out in the patio, striking up a conversation with a couple guys who kind of look like just you and me, regular guys. Come to find out, they're like in disguise. They're in on this whole thing. They're more security guys. And I'm like, okay, who's here? And they're like, oh, we can't tell you that. And are they here? And they're like, we couldn't tell you that. Are they coming? We can't tell you that. Can you just tell me? I'm going to leave. I'm freaked out. And he looks at his watch and he goes, I can tell you in like maybe 10 seconds, maybe like 20 seconds. So sure enough, goes on to say, hey, I can tell you now, Kamala Harris is going to be here. And almost at that exact moment, like, boots are stomping on the road, like more security guys literally running, and the motorcade pulls up and walks Kamala Harris to the brewery, and everyone's real quiet, and me, never short on words. She's looking at the beer list and she's like, what should I get? And I'm in the corner and I shout, get the King of Carrot Flowers. And my wife like elbows me, like, shut up, you dork, Everyone like turns to me, like, I'm just imagining like these security guys being like, who is this guy? Double check this guy's background. Right. What's the King of Carrot Flowers? So anyway, that's my story with my close encounter with a near president.
Did she get the King of Carrot Flowers?
I could not tell you. I noticed like there were like 6-packs getting loaded into the packs, like book bags of these guys. And I didn't know, like, part of me was like, are they taking it back to the White House, or are they testing it? Like,
taking
I don't
it
know.
Back for once
we
they're
can
off,
speculate
on
on the inner workings of security detail for a vice president, but yeah, that was quite a trip. I'll never forget that.
Were there other just regular
random
patrons
people
in there?
It was like a Tuesday afternoon. There's probably like 5 of us. But again, come to find out, maybe some of them were like in disguise, Like, it was like
it's
weird,
just you,
man.
your wife, and then
Yeah.
an entire Secret Service force.
I'm serious. Like on the patio, I was like, I'm gonna leave. This is freaky, man.
Yeah. How long did she stick around?
Oh, maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
She said hello to people, and she was in town for a rally, and I wasn't aware of that. Nor would I have probably guessed that she was, going to walk into Ratio Beer Works either.
Yeah, I wonder how they landed on that one. I mean, Ratio is a beloved spot. Like, it's, here we go, like 4.7 stars on Google. And I mean, people do like Ratio. I've been there before, and it is a very good spot. That is funny, though. Like, I wonder how they pick. Because, I mean, how many breweries are in Denver? 80?
I know.
Like,
got to be tough, right?
Yeah. Cool stuff, though.
Was that indeed 2024? Surely leading up to the election, I'm imagining. Yeah, looks like summer of 2024.
Man, I'm just shocked that I have not heard this story from you yet, to be honest.
I can't believe I never told you that.
Yeah. That's what other stories is Seth hiding?
Man.
What other famous people has he met?
Yeah, somehow I find myself in a lot of strange situations, and that was one of them.
Yeah. Wild stuff. Yeah.
Enjoy your President's Day, everybody. Maybe it'll be at Ratio Beer Works.
And your Valentine's Day.
And your Valentine's Day. That's right. Most importantly, make your reservations.
Yeah, I'll probably take next Monday off. We'll both be off.
Yep.
So we will not be in the studio next Monday, but
people get a break.
Stay tuned. Maybe we'll throw up an interview episode or something in the meantime.
Cool.
But, yeah, have a good one. Until next time, we will see you out there.